for the first time in history.
You're competing against the rest of the world.
Go big.
I absolutely loved it.
Or go home.
I didn't fully get the gag.
Not enough for me on this platform.
You look phenomenal.
Inspired.
It was ridiculous.
This time, it's for Queen and Country.
Emotionally, what was the most demanding challenge of this season?
So Snatch Game was like my Everest, because that was the challenge I was eliminated on. But I'd been in the top 3 weeks in a row. So I was also lip syncing, which we know is not my strong suit and I find exhausting. So I was like physically exerting myself in the musical with all that choreography. And then we had to do another dance challenge. And I was so not ready to do ballroom dancing, least of all with Le Grand Dame, who is as stiff a mover as I am. So that was the one where I was like, I do not know. I cannot see a light at the end of this tunnel. I do not know a way out of this. This is so exhausting. What do I do? And it was back to back. So that was my moment where I was like, I need a nap.
Does one get to nap during a season of this? I get the sense that there are no breaks.
You get to sleep at nighttime, but I'm not. I love a nap. Like, that's the thing. And while you're like creatively doing all these things and you get to put so much like energy and creativity into it, I did not want to nap. I was like, I'm focused. I want to write these lyrics. I want to practice this choreography. I want to learn this lip sync song just in case. Like, I was like invigorated. It was like an espresso shot every day.
Well, speaking of lyrics, how would you say the Drag Race experience has influenced your music?
I think I've actually written songs that sort of like reflect and represent what I want to achieve and like what I want other people to see. So I think I have a song called I Want It All, which is actually based on this like pretend song that was on a series of Big Brother that was like really iconic. And it never had like a second verse or like more choruses. So I was like, I'm just going to redo it. And I wrote the second part of that to be like, okay, I'm actually aiming to get onto a Versus the World season. Like, that's what I was like, I'm going to claim what I have earned. Like, something about, I know my lyrics so well. I think I did say something about a crown in it as well. So that was like specifically my like focus on your aims for Drag Race song. And then the song that I did at the beginning was called Read My Lips, and that was all about like uplifting each other. And if you feel low, like feel uplifted by this and like know that you're strong enough, and like real queens hold up each other's crowns. And that's what I learned from my first series of Drag Race.
Which country of origin of the other queens is the top of your travel list and why?
I don't think I've ever been to Spain. I've been to Portugal twice and I've never been to Spain. So maybe Spain. And then also Marina Summers from the Philippines. Do you know what? I'm too scared of some of the Filipino fans want my head on a platter, so I'm gonna go for Spain.
Understandable. A loyal crowd.
Yeah, which actually, now I think about it, choosing Spain over the Philippines probably will not help those fans like me more. Because I've chosen the colonizers over. No, I've changed my mind. I want to go to the Philippines. We're going to the Philippines.
There we go. We're going to the Philippines.
Yeah.
No questions asked. We can cut the other bit, right?
No, keep in the thought process. Everyone deserves to hear my like monologues.
You were working it through live. You know, I am also like a verbal thinker, so I understand.
This is fresh. This is French.
I can dance the house down. Boots, mama. Oh, grrr. Is that how they say it?
If you could appear in any sci-fi franchise, what would it be and why?
I have to say Doctor Who. I've got to stick with Doctor Who. It's like the one that I want to be in so badly. I love that Jinx is in it. I can't wait to see the character that Jinx is in the new season. I think if Jinx is a Time Lord lady person, then maybe I'll be the next regeneration of Jinx Monsoon.
There we go.
Maybe.
There we go.
I've already regenerated Jinx's season 5 underdog storyline into my own. So why not regenerate Jinx's character in Doctor Who into my own?
You are, of course, our first UK winner of color. My question is, what's the first time you felt represented on screen?
So at the crowning, before we watched the episode, I said I would I really want to be the first winner of colour because we do not have that diversity in the UK winner's circle, and it is so important to have yourself seen on screen. And I told the story of the first time I felt represented, which was the first ever series of Big Brother in the UK.
Ooh.
There was a mixed race girl called Mel, and growing up in the area of Essex that I was from, I'd never seen anyone apart from my sister who was biracial. So seeing Mel on screen, I was like, oh my God, there's more people like me and my sister. Like, I love this. I'm going to watch it. And I got avidly into reality television as a result of that. It probably created my trajectory onto reality TV myself. And at the end of the episode, after it all, the commissioning editor, the person who commissioned Drag Race to be on BBC Three in the UK, came up to me and said that she worked on that first series of Big Brother. So like it was just this weird full circle moment of like her sort of being responsible for me seeing the first reflection of myself that I remember seeing on screen.
Queens,
It's a big wig.
prepare for takeoff. A cash prize of £50,000.
Are we gonna start playing with knives?
Loves it.